Welcome to another Friday Fragment. Today I am choosing a selection from Heavenly by Jennifer Lawrence. I just finished this book and I absolutely loved it. This has the main characters. One is a guardian angel to a very young autistic girl, and her sister ends up being the love interest, and there are a lot of teen issues that go along in this book, and the whole part of the whole theme of this book, I think, is learning, growing, learning from your mistakes. There are consequences for things, but at the same time a very sweet love story at the heart of it as well. Just discovering yourself young. This is a young adult book. It is a paranormal romance. And the section that I'm going to be reading from the Guardian Angel, whenever I say Guardian Angel, this is a different type of angel book. He's the main character, Matthias. He is not flying around. He doesn't have wings. Wings were never once discussed. There isn't a whole talk of the heaven or hell issue or things like that. But there is the elements of light and dark. The dark shadows are talked about in this as well. But so this does have a very different take on angels in young adult right now. But they're at the zoo. The autistic little sister, you turn your back for a minute and she's gone. So the parents have taken the Abria, the little girl, to the zoo. Their daughter has gone with them, Zoe. And by this time, Matthias is actually Zoe's guardian now as well. Long story how you get there. Great story, but I don't want to give too much away. But Matthias is always there to take care of Abria. And so Abria runs off. Matthias brings her back. The family gets to meet him. And Zoe is finally at the point where she's going to express her love to him. Now, one of the cool things about the guardian and the person that they are guarding is you can feel each other's thoughts and emotions. Sometimes you only get snippets of it, not all of it. And sometimes it's just the emotion that you feel, not necessarily every word. And so Zoe is still kind of new to this whole concept, and she doesn't quite understand how that connection functions. So you kind of see a little snafu that happens here. But it's the first declaration of love from Zoe, and it's really sweet, and I wanted to share that with you. Matthias turned to me. "You take care, Zoe." At first I wasn't sure if I was really hearing his thoughts or my wild imagination was getting out of hand. My heart danced. "I will, and you too." "Stay close to your big sister now," Matthias spoke to Abria, but his blue eyes stayed with mine. A shiver of delight tickled my spine. "Thank you so much for helping," as I said. "Well, of course." "Goodbye, Zoe." Matthias stole through the crowds, swift, smooth, and efficient. I didn't take my eyes off of him. I couldn't. My heart soared. "I love you." He was too far away to hear the exuberant thoughts of my heart, thankfully. "Yes, I love you so much." And a rush of emotion engulfed me. I blinked back the beginning of tears. His form was nearly out of my vision, his halo of hair glistening in the distance when he turned and looked at me. My heart pounded. His gaze held mine across the busy expanse of the lunch area. Seconds turned into minutes, and bodies flowed between and around us, seemed to wind down to slow motion. Mom's voice, Dad's, Abria's chattering, every sound softened, melting into the slow, pounding beat of my heart. Zoe. Time blinked, and in a flash he vanished. "Zoe? Honey, are you all right? Zoe? What's wrong with her?" Mom's frightened voice echoed through my stalled brain. "Something's wrong." Dad moved into my line of vision, his face taut. His hands were on my shoulders, warm, reassuring, firm. He gave me a shake. Where was Abria? She wasn't in his arms anymore, and Mom held Abria's squirming body against hers. The moment came into focus with the measured shift of a kaleidoscope. Matthias. He had heard the tender feelings of my heart. He'd looked at me, and he had only said my name. I stood hollow, gouged, empty. Oh. Okay, so the whole emotional run-up to this and what comes after, there's no way this fragment or my reading could do justice to it, but it was a very sweet moment. So I hope you liked that part, and I hope that you will check out Heavenly, the first in a young adult series by Jennifer Lawrence. The second book is called Penitence, and the third is Absolution. Have a good Friday.